gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. We are live. Hey
Oh,
everybody.
where did I
This
go?
is
Where did
I
I
don't
go?
know.
No. Hold on.
All right, guys, we are live. I'm gonna keep on going here and pretend everything
Yeah,
is
where did I
totally
go?
cool. Um,
Oh, there I am. Okay.
okay, there
Ta-da!
she is. Yep. I'm Alisha Rayne here at the workshop. We're working it out. I'm using the camera for my computer so I can have a little bit more control, and then I'm using the sound from my phone because
Yeah.
my computer was like, you know what? I'm not gonna work anymore. Thanks,
Damn
computer. You're
movie.
so cool.
Nothing.
Yeah, but we've got some awesome comedians. I've worked with them both before. They always bring super funny stuff. So Linnea, she is coming to us from
Yes.
Canada.
Yes.
I don't remember which Canada. And
That's
then
okay.
Josh.
Kansas City. But
Okay. Yep. Also from the Midwest. So, yep. And I'm from South Dakota. And I think we all know kind of what we're doing here. Basically, the first round is we all received a subject ahead of time, and we wrote about 3 to 5-ish minutes on that subject. And then we're next round, we do our own material. And then after each one of those times that we do our material, we give a little bit of feedback. And we also take comments from the viewers. We have a couple of regular viewers, and I really appreciate that those guys are regular, and they kind of add to the nuance of of the workshop. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Linnea, tell
Sure.
us what your subject was, and then we'd love to hear
Sure.
what you have to say.
Yeah, for sure. My subject was step parent, which was cool. I was like, wow. I just thought about my stepmom, who I think is a total cunt. I thought so when I was younger because I was a bit of a rebellious teen, and that kind of made me start thinking about Cinderella and her stepmom, her evil stepmother. And I was like, is that actually accurate though? Like, is she actually as evil as the movie portrays her? Because I started looking into Cinderella. I did not know this. She's 19 years old. That's a grown ass woman, and I'm pretty sure she's mentally ill. She doesn't seem to have any friends, and you're supposed to feel sorry for her because her only friends are the mice. But if you really think about it, she only speaks to the mice, and she only makes the mice clothing. So she's kind of a dick. So there's probably a good reason why she doesn't have any friends at all. Also, she when she went to go build her dress with her little disgusting mice and rodents that she hoards in the house, which is gross. Um, she steals a sash and like a pearl like beads from her stepsisters, and they get pissed off, and that's kind of understandable. I don't really feel that sorry for her at all. Also, she's very dependent on people. She's not a very independent woman either, too. So I can see why the stepmom's a little bit kind of fed up with her shit. She's like, listen, like I want to teach you how to do this stuff. So, I mean, do we really trust Cinderella's perception of her stepmom? Is what my question really is. Also, the prince, I had not watched this movie in quite some time. I realized that there's a lot of red flags with him. He is basing who he wants to marry based on shoes. That's stupid. Like he probably has some sort of weird, fucked up fetish. Like it's like a fetish, but for feet. I'm assuming. Like that's it's pretty sketchy. Um, yeah, I'm gonna just kind of end that little segment there. Yeah. Let's just ramble. It was just rambling, but yep.
All right. I think step parents is like kind of a tricky subject. I think
Yeah,
you know, a lot of people have like an experience. I don't know if like positive or negative, either way it's
well,
an experience.
exactly, and that's what I kind of got stuck on because I was going to talk about my daddy issues because like I have a stepmom and like you know I live with them very briefly, but it's not like a positive experience. I was like, oh. So yeah, it was tricky. It was a tricky subject.
Some of them are very tricky. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I love an unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just like, is she crazy? Like,
Mm-hmm.
is any of this real? Like, I love that. But I would say also you could even circle back around where it's just like, well, you know, maybe she was disabled, and so maybe the stepmom is actually more of a monster than we even realize.
Possibly,
You
yeah, because
know.
she could be like very simple. Like she could be taking advantage of her.
Mhm.
That's entirely possible.
I'm going to bring this up, and this is a weird thing to bring up.
Yes.
50 Shades of Grey would have been
Uh-huh.
like way more interesting if they would have just admitted out loud that she uh, like was mentally disabled. Like it's just like I feel like she wasn't present
Yeah.
in the book.
Yep.
So anyway, that's what this whole thing kind of reminds me of. It's like a weird 50
Yeah,
Shades
it is. It's just
scenario.
the whole thing is just weird. It's just not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sorry, I was very uninspired by that topic, but
Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's tough.
it is. It's tough, but no excuses. I'm sure I could have tried a bit harder, but
All right. Well, Josh.
I like that direction though, really. Is because like kind of even treated as like the kid. Yeah, the stepmom has to deal with it. Like, what would you do if you found your kids dressing up mice over? And I kept telling to stop their ass, and they ain't listening. But then it ties to her at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe she was mentally ill, and now this one's the asshole.
Yeah. It could exactly. No, I like that. Like it could be. It's just either there's so much to unpack. I got stuck on it. I was like, I don't know. And like Be Our Guest, I was like, it's like a Be Our Guest and Le Poisson from Little Mermaid, same fucking tune, exact same. So I was humming that for the majority of the time.
A couple of mixed things going on there. It's from Beauty and the Beast.
Exactly. I know. It's just like Disney. They're all mentally
right.
ill. Great.
Yeah. I just feel like you know, if this was directed like if Cinderella was directed by like Harmony Korine or you know some sort of like real edgy 90s director, like what that would be like. I don't know why I'm just going in this like very weird
it would be
direction.
A completely different movie.
Yeah.
Really. But there was one good thing about Cinderella, and I was like, it's that street joke, you know, the classic one. Like, what did Cinderella say when she got to the ball?
What?
And she was choking on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that street joke.
All right. Well, way fun. But we are going to go ahead and move on to Joshua. What, sir, was your subject? And yeah.
Mine was odd jobs.
Ooh.
And I actually have an odd job. I watch dirty movies for a living. Right? No, I know what you pervs are thinking. Not those dirty movies. No, I work for a sewer company, so I watch shitty movies. But I've seen it all there. I've seen a peg leg once, cannonball. A guy found a 15-karat gold bar and actually retired. So talk about that there must be some shitty pirates. But then and that's not my only odd job.
Oh no, what
I actually
happened?
I was also a frozen yogurt machine repairman. I had to clean and maintenance all the at the frozen yogurt store. And one time I hear this big boom and then a lot of people screaming and I'm in the back. So I now run up front and I just look and see the yogurt everywhere. I just at the top of my voice just went, "Oh fuck." And then I looked down and saw all the women and children. But I mean, it did look like though that 12 guys simultaneously blew a load out of the glory hole. But that's not the only time the yogurt all blew out. One time it did it at like 6 in the morning. I walked in, saw it on the ground. I literally took 2 steps out, locked the door, called my boss, and said, "I'm sick for the day." So my last interesting job I had was I was a lifeguard at this ghetto ass rundown water park. I mean, they had the smart idea to put a swim up bar in the middle of the water park. And on Saturdays they did $2 margaritas. So let's just say I had to deal with drunk people all the time. I had this 6-year-old lady double fisting it down a slide. I had this one old couple fighting back and forth because the tubes are like front and back, fighting back and forth, and who can sit up front because I'm too fucked up to drive, Bob. No, it's a tube. Just go. But the best one was there's a crocodile floaty in the main pool with the bar. So this lady then ripped her top off, jumped up and straddled the alligator's mouth, and then just started screaming, "Look, all Crocodile Dundee's eating me." And then her daughter just screams, "Mom, Mom, put your top on." But it was my end of shift, so I just looked and walked away. So
Very cool. Is
those
that
are
it?
my jobs. Yep.
That's great.
All right. Some very fun stories of the odd jobs. My question is, did you ever have to deal with like puke in the water? I'm assuming that was just like rife with puke. I don't know.
Oh, in what water? In the
Right. Well, I mean, you were at the water park, right? So I'm
in
like,
that water park?
yeah.
Oh my gosh, no. And it was that water was the worst thing because I've never seen another water park that does this, but it took the water from the lake. Like we were right up against the lake. So it fed from the lake. So all the water was lake water. And it was filtered back into the lake.
Wow.
So it was real nasty.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and people puke, vomit. It got nasty because they were also so stupid. They kept that bar open till 2 a.m. But we closed the park at 6. All the lifeguards left at 6. There was no lifeguard in that pool from 7 to 2 in the morning.
Oh my god.
And just unattended adults just going down water slides, just whatever.
They can't go down the water slide. They at least can't go down the water slides. They're only in the little adult pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
and
can
it's like
imagine
4
that.
feet, 5 feet.
Yeah. Because I could just imagine if you like, herding toddler cats, like the drunk adults. Gee.
The worst
I feel like
the kids and that their parents are drunk with like in the kiddie pools you'll see mom down here chugging margarita. Oh. I have trauma.
Yeah, it looks like it seems like it. Yeah, so just a lot of great stories there. I don't have a whole lot of tags or anything because the stories themselves were funny enough, and
It's different.
yeah. I mean, I think the whole thing was basically you could just use that as a routine. It was really good. So
Thank you.
yeah, Linnea, do you have anything to add?
I had with the sewer job, like you said, it was dirty. I was thinking, like, maybe mention the manholes. Uh,
We always had this thing.
Waking up in a manhole and it wasn't a sewer. I don't know.
No, we want to start. That's the bar we wanted to start across from our work. We all want to start a bar called the Manhole.
I like that.
Everybody wants to go get drunk at the Manhole.
Yep. Yep. Wake up in the manhole. Look.
Yep.
My best friends. It's great. That's romance right there.
Yeah. That's where I met my wife. At the manhole. That's funny. I'm like thinking about like how like certain cops will go to certain bars and like maintenance workers go to the manhole. So anyway,
Interesting characters.
yeah. Well, anything else to add? All right, good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and do my material. Mine was pottery.
Ooh.
So fun. None of my stuff hardly has anything to do with pottery. So, but yeah, every once in a while I'll catch the view, not on purpose, but like hopefully flipping through, and every once in a while they'll be celebrating, and when they're celebrating, like the white girl is like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get out a little bit of white wine," and I love Whoopi Goldberg because as soon as they say, "Ooh, I'm gonna get out the white wine," Whoopi's like, "Oh, I'm gonna roll something and smoke a little something," and I'm just like, "Whoopi, you and we're gonna party together someday." So I'm hoping that happens someday. That would be cool. So I feel like how you have on TBS, they'll have like a movie with a lot of swearing in it, and then they'll like dub over with like, "Oh, crap," rather than shit, or whatever. Just stupid stuff. Watermelon instead of whatever. And so I think what they could do is, if they ever have it on PBS, that they should have a PBS version of the dub over. And so basically it would just be Bob Ross sayings dubbed over the movie. So like anything like Samuel L. Jackson, you're gonna get these snakes off of this mother happy little trees plane.
I love this.
Or like, hey, mother happy little cloud. Does he look like a little friend? So I feel like that is definitely, something that PBS should really look into because, Bob Ross just has a very soothing voice. So I think that's good. I also feel like, I love soundtracks. They always kind of like, set the mood, and, it's like when there's, kind of a sensual scene, you got to have a sensual song, but what would happen if like there was a different song, like, during the scene like that? So like the Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore scene in Ghost, where they're getting sexy with pottery, making a little thing, and they're like, ooh, our hands are mixed together, and it's just like,
oh,
whatever song that is, what if the song was from the window to the wall during that scene, just from the window to the wall, and then it's like, I think it would be a great juxtaposition. So fun. And like one camera, I am just like, I'm going, but then in my phone camera, I don't know if you guys can still hear me. It's like this frozen shot of me just doing this. So I don't know what the internet is seeing. Who knows? It's fun. It's fun. So I think that's good. But I feel like, hotel art gets a bad rap. It's always like some sort of like crappily drawn, sort of Bob Ross kind of painting that's like crappy Bob Ross. But I think that, the one kind of painting that they should never have at a hotel is a blacklight painting. Because I feel like if it's a blacklight painting, it will very quickly turn into a Jackson Pollock. And that Jackson Pollock will be all over the place. Hey, turn on the black light, and it'll just be like when you were 12 years old and you'd like splatter paint your wall. That's what it would look like if the black was on. My internet is terrible on my phone and my computer, so it's so great. But that is what I have for pottery.
I like that. That's good.
So whatever reaction anybody has, it's great.
I loved it.
What I would suggest, or just one that I use to not do like the cuss words now, because of the audience I have, like for the F word, it's fork. Like I took from the Good Place. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that show, but like holy shirt balls.
Yeah.
Like fork it.
Holy fork. Yeah.
Oh, fork. Fork me.
Yeah.
Right? It's funny. Just fork me.
No, my son does that all the time. Yeah, we watched a little bit of that, The Good Place, and he started doing that at school and got in trouble. So that was.
Oh.
But everybody knew what he was actually saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To read our
well, yeah, I do. That is my favorite of the replacement swear words. But
I love the idea of
mother happy little trees.
I just love it. It's just like, or even have it the reverse, like have like Bob Ross, I don't know, with
just have Samuel L. Jackson.
With Samuel Jackson overdubbing just swears and just
all this motherfucking paint.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, yeah. I don't know. I was thinking that I just loved, I love just playing with the what if the parallel universe esque.
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah,
it's so funny. I love just PBS. I love like just the look of it. It looks so
good.
One step above PBS. So yeah,
that was
all right,
great,
guys. Huh? Thank you. Any other response?
Okay. I was happy the referenced Ghost, or the go, yeah. really happy.
Whoopi
I'm like
and
super low.
and you in trouble, girl. Like that's my go-to. Okay, so we're gonna go on to our next round. Linnea, you got some material for us?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I might not play it. I decided, but here's my ukulele. Anyways, I'm a lot like a ukulele because I too am small and hollow and always getting fingered by people with no fucking talent. I'm still trying to finger it out. But some people have voices for radio because they're ugly. I have tits for radio because they're small. I have those like dials for radio. I have those radio boobies for those radio tatas, which is actually why I chose the ukulele as my instrument of choice because it makes my tits bigger. I'd rather play guitar, but I'd also much rather have my tits look bigger. So the ukulele, it is okay. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to sing anything, but what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I have this theory. I feel like you can figure out a lot about the locals by what their local their tourist attraction is, like their roadside thing. I know up here in Canada we have like there's this big giant Easter egg in Vegreville, and there's a lot of Ukrainians there, and like in Vulcan, Alberta, they have this big like Star Trek. Do you guys know what it's called? That Star Trek ship, like
Enterprise.
Yeah. So there's like lots of nerds there, and I fucked that up. But anyways, one of the most confusing places, because yeah, usually you can tell a lot about the locals by what their world's largest whatever is. Except for Williams Lake is probably the most confusing one I've ever gotten to because theirs is just a large wheelchair, and not really sure what that means about the locals. I figured out that I guess that it's a symbol. There's some guy that lived there. He went across the world in his wheelchair. He's a paraplegic, and I guess the whole town is super wheelchair friendly, which is really cool. And yeah, when I was there, we were driving in there and checking it out, and yeah, I did notice there was like a big old lots of hills. So gotta really roll down there, get some traction. But I did notice that one thing by the Boston Pizza, there was a big ravine and a big hill and no rails. So I'm just wondering, maybe that's stunting? I don't know. I have no idea. But it's an interesting place because there's a lot of nature and city. You get both, and then a big old highway. And when I was there, this beautiful deer came barreling out of that ravine where all the wheelchairs go. And it was a beautiful experience, and I noticed it started getting closer and closer to me, and it felt like a fucking Disney movie. I was like, holy shit, like this is the closest I've ever been to a wild animal, and it started getting closer and closer to me. I'm like, holy shit, it's so close, I could probably fucking touch it. So I did, and then off it bolted onto the highway, and then bam, like that. Oh dear. But I didn't understand. I was like, hey, well, why did the deer cross the road? Like, I don't know, probably to get to the other side of living. I didn't even know what kind of deer it was. I don't know if it was a doe deer, a female deer, or maybe it was a buck. I felt like an asshole because I didn't want to accidentally misgender it. Yeah, I'm just going to end that there. There's no ending to that. Yeah, let's just end that there. I was going to do my dad bod song.
I gotta... One second, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah.
talkie bits are hard. I used to just do a lot of musical comedy. This is why it's like challenging. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was some good stuff. Josh was having the best time with your first couple minutes. Super funny. I would say, yeah. Yeah. Any other reviews, Josh?
I say, just a thought with when the deer crosses the road, kind of like tie it back for something like it's trying to get away from you for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. There's no ending to that.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I keep on trying other ways. I'm like, should I be driving and then hit it? Like, I think that might be a fun angle. Because what happened, it walked way too close to me, and I forgot if deers are vicious or not. Because I was like, holy shit, it's so beautiful. And I got closer and closer, and I was like, holy shit, is this thing going to fucking kill me? And so I screamed, and that's what made it bolt into traffic. But,
Well, you were said, why did the deer cross the road, to get to the other side? He actually started going towards the light, kind of heaven reference or whatever. So, I don't know. And it turned out the lights were headlights. So.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I just had a bunch of I used to have a bunch of one-liners I used to do, but they're just stupid. But I like that. I like the light, going towards the light. So it's like deer in the headlights. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, so I thought there was some really funny stuff there that first couple of minutes, which is super funny. So I don't really have a whole lot of additions besides Tune in Tokyo. I feel like the incredibly sexist way. I don't know. You've never heard that?
No, the witch?
No, where it's like Tune in Tokyo, where somebody, this is so gross, where somebody's like, tune in Tokyo.
Oh, it's like can I get the right frequencies?
Yeah.
So actually, that would be good for it would make it clean. I could, prefer to.
Yeah, because you're talking about the radio.
Yeah, like the dials. Yeah, the tuning in. Just have the frequencies. Yeah, you can amplify it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is a very old school Me Too movement phrase, but take it whatever direction you want.
Exactly. Me? I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Great stuff. Anything else, Josh? Any other response? No?
The beginning was the beginning.
All right. The beginning killed it. We all agree.
I wanted to do musical stuff, but I feel like just the audio would just be I'm just like, no.
Well, can you, I thought you were going to do a song. So do you
I was, and then I was like, I don't know how it's going to sound over this. I didn't want it to sound super
okay. If you're insecure about doing it, that's fine.
Oh no, I was just worried. I didn't want to blow your ear holes or have it be too loud. That's all. That's all I was worried about. Just the quality.
Okay. I'm sure we'd both be willing to hear it, but if you don't want to do it.
Oh no, I'll totally do it.
Okay. Let's go ahead and make that decision to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna do. Okay, what should I do? I haven't done this for a while. Okay. All right. So I like my men. I like my bicycles. I like them too tired. I guess you could call that a wheelie bad dad joke. But I don't have a dad, so I just call those things puns. I got daddy issues and a ukulele. Looking for a man to come and save me. like your dad bought. Take your shirt off, I like your dad bought little muffin top. I just want to be your little princess and feel all those feelings of incest. Black socks and sandals, shoving, chasing, I love them with handles. I just want to feed you my egg, sit on your lap and pretend that you're Santa. Come down my chimney, Daddy. I'm your little ho. I like your dad. Silver fox, I like your dad. Senior discount. You're a prince from daddy. We can follow into that. My daddy left me. I was tough. I couldn't see the ukulele. It was awkward. I'm like, damn. Sorry, it was probably really loud and tinny. That's why.
No.
Dude, we were having the best time. It was super funny.
I feel like I want to do that because I haven't done that for a while. I don't think it really makes that much sense actually. Like, is it about what the fuck is it about? I don't know. Did it make sense?
I think the juxtaposition of you being like black socks, like a little sensual.
Yeah.
Black socks.
And sandals. Like, crimes. The dad. I don't know. I don't understand. I didn't understand what having a father is like.
All right.
So there's like a whole world out there of like a daddy kink kind of thing.
Yeah.
So if you like, I would say more like add the word like kink in there, just that it gave you got that daddy kink. Yeah.
Yeah, I got that sugar daddy.
Yeah,
I got some offers. I had 2 offers. She's like, yeah, $500. I'll make it worth your while. I can be your sugar daddy. I was like, wow. Cool. I did it was fun. And another guy's like $1,000. I'm like, damn. Like I should really like, I go and
hey,
my father figure finally.
Father figure and money.
I know exactly. It's perfect.
Yep, and just a ukulele as well. All it took. Okay, so we got Facebook user. I don't know who the Tuesday host is, but he wants you to do the Tuesday workshop.
Yeah, I'm down.
So Tuesday workshop. Sign up for that. Talk to Kevin if you're down to do another workshop for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good stuff. Do more of the ukulele stuff. We're all
well, that is like that's my bread. Like I love that stuff. That's what I'm the most comfortable with. So I just didn't know how it would sound on this thing. I didn't want it to like.
We can turn down our sound.
Okay, I can just warn people, I guess, or just be farther away. I'll figure it out so it doesn't sound like shit.
Yep, and then dad bods, and then we got Facebook user, all kinds of dads, soccer dad, coach, recliners, get off my lawn.
Yeah,
you've got room to definitely move. Sure. It's Kate Carlson. She's the host on Tuesday. So
okay.
So just let you know, just request Kate. She wants to hear your stuff.
Hell yeah.
Very cool, Kate. Thanks for tuning in.
Yay.
Really appreciate that. It's good to have some Saturday followers. Really appreciate that. So very cool. Linnea, great job. I think we're going to go ahead and move on to Josh.
Yeah.
Joshua. I always say both. I don't know what you prefer, and I'm just going to keep on doing that.
No, Josh is fine. Really, I don't care. But anyone here have a shitty first car? Like not one that mommy or daddy had to buy for you. One that you'd be driving in the middle of the road and it just shuts off. You gotta pump the brakes 4 times, hit the dash, do 2 Hail Marys, and hope it starts. Well, that was my first car. I got my mom's old 1998 Ford Contour, and I was like, okay, I need to pimp this car out. Just got done seeing Fast and the Furious, so I went and got flames. I got flame decals, a stick-on hood scoop, a stick-on spoiler. I got the spinners you get at Walmart that clip on. And then I had skull interior. But the piece of resistance was the sound system I bought for $50 from Carlos behind the grocery store. Like, I knew that shit was hot, but I thought I'd still feel a little baller with it. So, car's all pimped out now. But I couldn't just stop at the car, so I said, I got to fit the picture now, too. So I went and I had this wife beater on one day with then a do-rag. I had clip-on little earrings, gold chain. Just imagine this chubby white kid down here, of 50, driving to the church bake sale I put on. Talk about a gangster for Jesus. So, I have multiple sclerosis, or MS, or you can just call me Mr. Shaky. I mean, my boss did tell me once that I shake so much that I probably don't have to move my arm when I jack off anymore. It's not something you want to hear from your boss, but he's not wrong. But I've been special far before the MS. I mean, this nut came from a nut tree. My family started out interesting. I mean, in the origin story, his great-grandfather had a family in Italy, and he got up one day, just looked around, said, "Peace, I'm out," and he left. Now it's where things get interesting. On the boat ride over here, most grandparents has a cute story, you know, how they met at church or high school sweethearts. No, on the boat ride over here, great grandpa won great grandma in a poker game. I note to that, if you're willing to bet your wife at a poker game, something must have been defective. She was probably happy to lose. But then we have my grandmother, or Mama. And this was a special woman. She wouldn't think things all the way through. So, imagine this 80-year-old woman. One time, she was out at the gas pump, and she had to be on oxygen in her golden years. So she's now at the gas pump with her oxygen tank, pulls out a Marlboro and lights it up. So, no reason people run to the hills when they see her coming. I mean, people have called forward to the fire department. What's sad is the fire departments are cousins too. So they know when Mary's coming. But another time with Mama was after a triple bypass heart surgery. We go into the room to go see her, but we go to the corner. She's not in her bed, so we're like, uh-oh, did they take her back? Did they not tell us? Like, we're worried. Then we all smelt something. Then we opened up the bathroom door. We see this 6-year-old lady standing on the toilet just blowing that cigarette. We look at her and all go, "Mary!" What? Surgery was on my heart, not my damn lungs. Makes it worse is then we found 3 packs of smokes wrapped in Ziplocs in the back of the toilet, actually. Pull some Orange the New Black shit in the hospital. That's what I got there.
Do you call her Mama, you said? Or
yep, Mama.
Oh my god, I want a Mama. Because, like, where are you from again? Is it Midwest or South, or where is it?
Indiana. Mama and them are from Indiana.
Is that like, because oh my god, it just sounds so magical.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
She is a nut.
Oh, she just sounds just wonderful.
Hey, one time she started throwing chicken at a Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh.
It was the greatest thing ever because my aunt asked Mama to do something, and she's like, "Oh, well, what are you gonna do, lard ass?" Just told that to my aunt, and my aunt started talking back. She said, "Oh, well, here's some chicken for you, then." Fried chicken across the table.
Oh, she sounds like the most amazing character.
She is.
I love it.
It does sound like very, like 80s sitcom music.
Yeah.
That's
Mama. Like, aw.
Just when you think you're all by yourself, you're not.
Gave me special Coke. That's the only way I would stay up and play cards. Put a little jack in the Coke. She just called it special Coke.
Of course she did.
My ass stay up. I would be up till like 3 a.m. playing cards with these like 3 70-year-olds. It was the greatest thing ever when you're 8.
My god. I love just
smokes. She taught me how to buy smokes at 9. They knew who I was. Because they tried to cut her brakes once, but instead of cutting the brakes, she just would bribe the grandkids to go buy her smokes up the street.
Okay, so I do have one tag I want to put in on your story there. So like you would Mima, what is it? I'm sorry, I forgot. Mama. Like the firemen knew she was coming, and they would let everybody else know because they would set off the alarm. It wasn't a fire alarm; it was a Mima alarm, something like that.
I love that.
As sad as there is a Mama.
Maybe does Mama have the hots for the man in uniform?
Well, that's her cousin, right?
Oh yeah. Oh well.
All of it was so small of the family. Like it was such a small town that everybody was related. They all knew it was Mary and.
Yes, yeah, it was the cousins. Yeah.
But
still.
But she probably did. She probably did like a man in you.
No, she didn't. That woman didn't care.
I like the coming like the nut coming from the nut tree. That's good. Kind of going through the generations. I like that.
Yeah, because I still can't buy.
Yeah, that was my only
tag. I don't know how much to believe that he actually won in a poker game, but they say this at every family reunion, and everybody says it. So I'm like, okay, I came from gambling winnings.
I like how you're just giving yourself your own tags. We appreciate it. You're very cool. Linnea, did you have any response?
I loved it. I didn't know you have MS. That was great. I had one. I don't know. So like how James Bond likes his martini shaken, not stirred. Like you're his exclusive bartender. I don't know. Just only you can.
That actually worked really well because I have I do tons of. I'm writing now more of my puns for the MS, and I have one, Mr. Suave.
Oh, well, yeah. And then
Because I like
shaking
to
not stirred.
shake
Yeah.
it. Because I like to shake and not stirred. Yep.
That's all I can think of.
Yeah, well, I mean that could be the tag where it's just like I like it shaken, not stirred. I'm actually James Bond's personal bartender. That could be the tag.
Yeah. Wait, that's Mission Impossible. I don't know. I got my spy.
No, you were right. You're right. There's
yeah, that is it. Yeah. Then I got right to da 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 da. That's Mission Impossible. That's not
more staccato with the Mission Impossible.
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah, well, very good. We got a couple of tags for you, so that's good.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I was just so mesmerized and enchanted by Mama. I love her. Sort of whole just Mama.
I have a whole almost set I can write.
I love Mama.
About her.
I love her.
The next big story that the only one that I really have written from her, she hit somebody, rear-ended this biker. She clipped him at the end. You want to know what she told the police was the problem is? Well, if God put him there to hit me, or for me to hit him, it's Jesus's fault. Jesus wouldn't have put him there. Yeah, she was blaming it on Jesus for.
Exactly. Well, Jesus, take the wheel.
She said that's why she hit him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But she also rode in the wrong car for over an hour once because she was quiet in the back. She jumped in the wrong car on a road trip, and we drove away.
I just want the adventures of Mama. I want a whole yeah.
Yeah. She chased the husband out with a frying pan.
Of course, that's in the opening credits. Oh my god!
I feel like. I mean, the stories could go on forever.
Yeah.
We want the movie. We want the multiple movies. We want her to go on forever.
Instead of Medea, I get Mama.
Right. Exactly.
Really.
Yeah.
Kind of.
There was that show in the 70s, Mama's Family, where it's kind of the same thing, like similar, where she was a character from the Carol Burnett show, and then she got her own TV series, and it was just a woman in this like sort of terrible gray wig and this like moo. She wore like exclusively a moo, and she was just like kind of a mama. Kind of figure. So I think there's room for that.
Yeah. Do you have a moo and a wig? Can you acquire a wig and
easily? I've done that.
I just think like just
I've done that.
I don't know.
Because she did purple hair once. She did violet hair one time. So I have the violet hair with the moo and then the cigarette.
Yeah.
That's what she did.
Mama, right there. Boom.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I mean,
all right. So I love the Mama stories, but I'm gonna go ahead and just move on. So I'm down to hear more Mama stories. Okay. So I have a show coming up tomorrow. It's the Wish You Were Here comedy show. Basically, my showcases are people from the same area, and so my showcase tomorrow are two of the comedians are from Omaha, Nebraska, and so my jokes tomorrow are going to be like all Midwest based. I'm from the Midwest, Josh.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can identify with some of the stuff I've got going on. So
I'll try to catch up. But yeah.
I feel like you'd have you'd be able to identify with this as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I live in a small town in the Midwest. And it doesn't matter which one because they're all kind of the same. Like in all small towns, you either have kids or you have a lot of kids.
Yep.
Uh, uh, a lot of times, parents will name their kids Dallas and Austin, and they'll never go to Texas. Okay. Chances are you're going to have a high adrenaline name.
Oh, did she freeze?
You froze. You froze.
Yeah. Technology's against you.
She was on high octane name or high. Oh no!
Can she hear that we say no?
Can you hear us that we can't hear you? You cut out after high octane or high voltage name or whatever you said. What it means?
No.
No. Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no!
Stretch.
But so far, it's great. It's true. It's entirely true.
Yeah.
That's every small town. And the names, too.
Yeah. I went to high school in a small town in New Mexico, and that was. I mean, we had a daycare at the high school. Like, kids were not say they knew if they got pregnant, they got free daycare. Actually,
Yeah. Like, yeah, kids having kids is more. Wow.
yeah, they had. I think there was 3 different girls who, by their senior year, had 3 or 4 kids already.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some now. I think there's a couple girls that have 7 at this point.
That's wild.
Oh, there.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, there we go.
High octane name.
High octane.
Or
We're gonna
whatever.
have a high.
What did you say?
Okay. Chances are, you guys,
Yeah.
if you live in a small town,
Mhm.
you're gonna have a high adrenaline name. Okay, high adrenaline. Chance. Chase. Okay. Rider. Hunter. Danger. Okay.
Yeah.
Chances are they're all going to be in the same carpool. Okay. Chances are you're either going to know somebody or are somebody in this room named after a type of cheese. I know 9 Colbys. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I ended up moving away, but I did move back a couple years ago. And after a couple years of being back in my small town, I realized that my favorite thing to do is leave. So yeah, I take a lot of road trips, and a Midwest road trip. A fun game to play is Find the Tree. And then you just eventually lose that game. Yeah, but I only recently got a car. It's only a couple years old, and when I was approved for that auto loan, I was like, suckers. So gullible. Like I'm gonna pay that back. It's a good car though. It goes from 1 to 60 in 10 minutes. And it's got fun amenities like heated seats, but the seats heat up so fast that I'm like, did I just pee my pants? And I did, but it was after I got out of the car. Yeah. I only got my car recently because I had a couple years ago, I had a couple of run-ins with the law. Yeah, some people, they're speed demons. Too tame for me. Oh no, parking demon. Yeah, when I was a child, I colored outside of the lines. And so therefore as an adult I parked outside of them too. Shitty Parker, what I could say. But I kind of had a chip on my shoulder, and back then the way I thought to get back at the man was to not pay my parking tickets. Damn the man. Am I right? Yeah. So, and I knew I was really making a difference when I started getting boots on my car. And I started to get jealous because my car had more boots than I did. But I really knew that I was making social change. My car got towed for the third time. And I finally had to say to myself, I fought the law and the law won. I'm still a little nervous about driving because it has been like 10 years since I've driven before I got my car. So, what I'm saying is when you're on the road, look out. Don't feel safe because I'm on the road too. So that's what I got, you guys. I gotta work on it a little bit, but yeah.
Great. I loved your parking. Like it's your, outside of the lines, it's your artistic expression.
Yeah, there you go.
Wet box. Imaginative.
I'm an artist.
What would it be, like left or right brained? Like very, the creative mind. Flies everywhere. The heated seats. Oh my god, that's so relatable. It's terrifying. It's like, what? Like, did something happen? Like, is this the seat or is this me? Like, what?
Yeah.
It can be shocking, or going into somebody else's car and they have, but I like that a lot.
Thank you. Yeah.
Also, you described basically like every small town and the drive. Like, I just maybe a little bit of clarification because I didn't understand. So, like, are there a lot of trees or is it flat?
There's no trees.
Yeah, that's like the prairies. That's exact. I was like, you're describing the prairies.
Yeah.
And then you drive into very foresty. And then does it become foresty?
No, we are the birthplace of Little House on the Prairie.
Oh yeah, so like the place, so it's like Alberta. It's the same. We live in basically the same place. Like it's the same. You can like watch your dog like run away for 3 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like everything you mentioned, like maybe the best part is like it's the best, or it's the greatest place to be from. I don't know, because you said you like leaving.
Oh, okay.
Best, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's a great place. It's the best, or it's like the greatest place in the world to be from. I don't know.
It's the greatest place to leave behind.
And it's still there in your rearview mirror. Just 3 days, or however long it takes.
It's funny. Sorry. Yep.
I don't know. This just came to me. The best part of waking up is not waking up here no more. Like, just the Folgers thing came to me.
Yep.
I would say after I left the city, that would be the state. It's funny because the logo is Great Faces, Great Places, South Dakota, because Mount Rushmore.
Oh.
So I feel like there's could
Great.
be a great place to leave. Am I right? Ew.
Great. What is the slogan again? It's great.
Great faces, great places.
Great faces, great places. Wow. Wow. I was just trying to. I don't. I was gonna. No, I don't have anything right now. I'm just trying to wrap my brain around that slogan.
Yeah.
That sounds like that could be a catch line to so many pervy places. I don't know. I just feel like it could be taken so wrong.
Yeah, it's just
That's a Predator tagline in there.
Yeah, so my headphones were bothering me there, so
parking.
Anyway, yeah, so thank you guys.
Thank you.
Do we have anything coming up?
I
have my thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you froze.
My internet on my phone. Is it working now?
Yes.
Slowly, yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
So yeah, do you guys have any socials that you wanna anything coming up that you wanna talk about?
I don't.
I actually have.
What's your social? Where can we follow you? Yeah.
Me? Oh yeah, you can follow me, Linnea Ward. Same name on Facebook, or you can follow me home if you want. You can find me. No, on Instagram it's LINNEAAWARD. Yeah, if you want to. That's cool.
All right, very cool. And Josh, you got stuff coming up. Let us know what it is. What is it?
So because March is MS Awareness Month. So I'm doing on the first 3 weekends, there's a show each one. We're doing Legends at Raytown, Missouri, but all of them are also going to be live streamed as well. But we have one on the March 7th, March 13th in Shawnee, and then an all Zoom one on the 20th. And actually found another girl from Toronto that has MS. It's a comedian too. So she's going to join there. So, and we're doing fundraisers with it and everything. And follow Story Time with Lynch has all of the info.
Yeah, if there's the all Zoom mic, that sounds really good. Even the other ones. So if you have a Facebook invite on there, definitely put that in the chat so people can go directly to it. That's great. All things comedy, all things supporting other people. That's awesome. We definitely want to support everybody. So very cool, guys. We had a really great show. It was a little bit shorter set, and that's okay. It was still pretty cool. We got to hear about Mama, and we got to hear a little ukulele rendition, which was good. And then, me hosting, I'm always great. So very cool, you guys. We're going to go ahead and say goodnight.
Night.
Yes.